Today's Wednesday, December the 9th, and we can see that the McClellan oscillator is just chopping here in between these two levels, the neutral and the overbought, really just doing nothing. So we started the day off pretty smartly, and then news came out that maybe there won't be a deal in the Senate for relief for the unemployed. The Dow Jones pulled back 105, so found support on the 8 EMA. The NASDAQ fell below the 8 EMA after approaching this 178.6% Fibonacci, not quite reaching it. And the S&P was down not as much as the NASDAQ, 0.8%, and found support exactly on the 8 EMA. So now we'll take a look at some stocks. Apple down 2.6%, 322, and it's significant because it came back to test the cloud. Flat clouds attract, right? So we pulled away from the flat cloud, we came back and we tested it. And that's also 78.6% Fibonacci and a 50% Fibonacci. So the 78.6 on this wave right here and the 50% on this wave right here. So two significant points, three actually, this Fibonacci, and the cloud. So we should be looking for Apple to bounce up tomorrow because there's no reason why Apple should be pulling back. It's got the Christmas season coming. Their iPhones are on serious back order. It's just a stock that you have to own, and I'm short the January 115 puts. Very happy with that. They continue to just chew off premium. So we're looking at the Fibonacci's for NIO, and let's take a look at yesterday's Fibonacci's. So there was the high, there was the low of the day. What we did today was we closed this gap. So that's important. So we can get rid of that gap. We came back and we had support on the 127.2 of yesterday's Fibonacci's. But then we came up and we bounced off of 50% of the bigger wave Fibonacci's, and we came back and we crashed down to below this 178.6 and then just bounced right back over it to finish the day. So the Fibonacci's are still working for this stock. I rolled my short 43 calls. They made $1,000 in premium, so I thought, well, they're only worth $1.80. I'm going to roll to the following week's 43. They're worth $3.53. So I'm obviously still confident that NIO can stay above $43 going up to December the 18th. Here's what the chart looks like. There's a gap closed up there. So if we just take away all of the fib lines and we take a look at what's happening here, we had this pullback, move up, this pullback, move up, this pullback, move up. Now we've had this pullback and we're going a little bit sideways, and then we should be moving up because we always do that. We pull back, then we go sideways, and then we move up. We pull back, we go sideways, move up, go sideways, go up, pull back, a little bit of sideways, up, down. Now we're doing the sideways thing. The volume indicates that no big players are getting out of NIO. This is just day trading action. Caterpillar up $1.23. It's really now, it has definitely finished its shark pattern. It could go to 189.51. That would be a second shark pattern, which would be 100 or 1.618 of the BC move. So that would be another harmonic to look out for there. Home Depot had a really good day, 1.5%, and it caught its support on the 200-day moving average. So if you're looking for that one, the place to be buying it, just to step in lightly, would be over the 8 EMA. But as it moves up, it's still going to run into the clouds here with the Chiku span in the clouds. Let's get rid of this. But we've got very low resistance up here. So if Home Depot wants to take off, it can break through this very little resistance and take off. So your place to add would be above the 80 MA, above the 50, and then once it's above the cloud to fill out your whole position. The banks were a little bit off today. JP Morgan was down, but US Bank popped up and is now pushing the top of the Bollinger Bands. So that's a stock that's doing phenomenally well. Let's look at some of our new stocks. We have Zach, who's buying BBY, and he must have been relieved when the Chiku span bounced off of the cloud yesterday. And the same thing today. The low of the day was the Chiku span bouncing off the bottom of the cloud. So that's a stock now that is returning back some momentum in the other direction. And Zach, that was a pretty good call there. He did it based on looking at option activity. He saw a lot of action in certain option calls, and he stepped into some of those. CVS tried to break above this this alert here, did set the alert, but then pulled back. So I still have not bought CVS. That alert is still waiting to give me some guidance to see if I want to step into that one. I would like to, but SONO, I redrew this wedge. We had a wedge here that we popped out over. Now we seem to be forming another wedge, and then we fell below that. This is an hourly. So in the last 4 hours of the day, we fell out of that wedge. So SONO would not be a stock I'd want to buy right now. Square did touch the top of this wedge and set off an alert, but it still hasn't broken out of that wedge to confirm a bullish move. So that's a look at the stocks that we've been looking at lately and the S&P. So where are we going tomorrow? Well, we're still in this area with the McClellan index is telling us not a lot. If we lose the 8 EMA, then we're going to come down and we're going to play with this previous high. That should be the direction that we're looking for in the short term, coming back and testing this previous high and seeing if there are buyers there.